Let's build our bricks, starting with the solid ones. These are the strong walls of our map. They don't break, no matter how many times you shoot at them. Perfect for shaping out the level boundaries. Let's start by drawing the solid brick. Create a square, 34 by 34 pixels, and choose a color that stands out. This color is important. We'll use it later for collision detection. Inside that main square, add 2 smaller squares to create a shaded effect. This gives the brick a bit of depth and helps it pop on the screen. After you're done, rename the costume and the sprite to solid. This helps us stay organized. Duplicate the solid brick and rename the new one to brittle. For the brittle brick, choose a color that helps visually separate it from the solid group. This way, players can tell them apart easily. And you stay flexible with your design. And just like that, you've built the core building blocks for your game. Let's start with this strange-looking line of numbers. This is our entire game map, packed into one single string. Now each group of numbers between dashes represents a row in our level. So the first set is the bottom row, the next one is the second row, and so on. When we stack all these rows on top of each other, we start to form a 2D layout of our level, even though it's all written in just one dimension. Clever, right? This gives us full control of the level structure using just ones, zeros, and twos. 1 stands for a solid wall. 2 is a brittle brick. 0 means empty space. Now that we understand how the layout is written, let's make it usable in Scratch. We switch to our Builder sprite. Its job is to turn that long string into something Scratch can actually read and place on the screen. First, we set up a few things. A list called Layout, which will hold the final tile values. A variable called Input String, where we paste our big map string. Another variable Map, which will hold the cleaned-up version of the string, without the dashes. And we add a few helpers. I for indexing and current char to read each letter. When we click the green flag, the script clears the layout list to start fresh sets map to 1. This helps align the bricks correctly later. Starts looping through every character in the input string. Each loop gets the current character from the string. If it's not a dash, we add it to the map string. Lastly, we add 1 to the current index so that we can move to the next character in the string, making sure we read each tile in order, 1 by 1. So the result? We remove all the dashes and end up with a single long string of just numbers, like. Now, Scratch can read each character 1 by 1, and we can build our level from this clean string. This is the power of using a 1D string for level design. Compact, clear, and totally under your control. In the next step, we'll break this cleaned string into individual tiles and place them on screen using math. But for now, this is how we prep the data.